We're taking a look at one of my favorite weathering techniques, dry brushing. Dry brushing is basically highlighting your model with a lighter shade of the base coat. So we've washed this tank with a dark brown. Now what I'm going to do is go back with some lighter greens, and using these brushes, these are dry brushing brushes, these little stubby guys. I also have some nice square chisel brushes. These work great for dry brushing. They call it dry brushing because basically what you're doing is putting paint on your brush and then wiping most of it off until you have what is in essence a dry brush, and then you're going to scrub it on the surface of the tank and pick up all the highlights. It's a really great technique. Like I say, dry brushing brushes. I've got these little paint pots to put my paint in, and I'm going to use Drybrush paint by Ammo. You can use any paint you want. Just take the base coat and lighten it up. The dry brush paints are thicker, and when you dry brush, you want a nice heavy thick paint. So let's take a look right now at dry brushing. The two most important elements in successful dry brushing are paint consistency and your choice of brush. When I say paint consistency, I mean you want a very thick, heavy paint. It should be almost dry. You want it to be drying. This Ammo paint, I'll open it up, give you a look, is very thick out of the bottle. You can see it right there on the top. I'll put some of that into my palette cup right here, and then I'll choose the brushes. The first brush would be this chisel brush, and I'll use the chisel brush to go and highlight all the edges. Anywhere that stands out, that's raised, I'm going to go over it with this chisel brush and highlight it. Then I'm going to take one of the smaller dry brushes and go in and do some of the detail that's hard to get with the chisel brush. Okay, so let's transfer some paint, get a brush, and do some dry brushing. I've dispensed some of the paint into this small cup. Now I'll dip my brush, and then what I want to do is wipe the paint off of the brush to the point where it's almost dry. There's still paint on it, but it's almost dry. So then what I'm going to do is just go along the edges and start to highlight them. And I'll go around the back and hit this area here. As you can see, basically I'm just dragging the brush and trying just to hit the highlight areas. Anything that's raised. You can see it there. Bang. So you'll do this over the entire model. As you can see, everything that I hit with this brush is highlighting. That's dry brushing. Remember, get most of the paint off your brush. Then go back and scrub on the model.